good number of NDC leadership in the Tatali Sanguli constituency today. As I have already indicated, we are trying to reach out to all the remaining constituencies. I start mentioning we have Honorable Inusa Fuseni. Is our senior brother, Dr. Nasiru Isahaku, Bank of Ghana. We have Accra Regional Chairman, Honorable Adikoka. Our National Vice Chairman from Northern, who is also a native, Chief Sofo Azoka. We have our elder, who is a diplomat, a former member of Parliament, Honorable Alhaji Mohammed Mumuni. We have General Secretary of our great NDC, Alhaji Hudu Yahya. Our Council of Elders, who is also a traditional leader, Yabkasulana Alhaji Yakubu Bukare. We have the immediate past minority parliament and also member of parliament Tamale Saf, former minister trade and industry. We have our own constituency, Alhaji. Former Deputy Chief of Staff, Honorable Ken Ganji, he is also here with us. Our affable constituency, Honorable Ali Adolf, he is here, Regional Chairman. We present here. Thank you. Thank you. And last but not the least is our respected campaign manager, Excellency John Dramani Mahama's campaign, in the person of Honorable Joshua Alabi. And now, the man who needs no intro
to support John Mahama to win 99% vote 8-star 5# to donate to all networks. Official mobile number 860-4199. Building. Donate to support John Mahama to win 99% votes on May 5# to donate to all networks. Official mobile number is 199. Build the Ghana we want together.
People have been saying that a proper good does not market itself.
5# to donate to all networks. Official mobile number is 4199.
Hey, so the Abu Gutavania, Kogafra, and Pipi Camnia, let it be class to get bound on one pool. I have put the Abuya, Tanya Moya, Gibuya, Nikamati, Matabella Bala. Come on, Kurmata Pulu, Papa, John. be kokwa kwansi police kwa yi tekulu jondramani ma malanga lembe tse kutaba kuni amana lekwer ni tonga nekede toy de bele nekede kala mate ne ya ande tebaka ma ande kokwa ngama kede ngono mbara po abo nekede jaw the council of elders party will listen to abo nembe bila chipo mi yufu ya baya mboya ande kede ngono mbara po ne elasido ya njam regional ma adults no timu kokko no ke tiba ama boya you no bottom di obabia bo elasido ya mbona fire kwetata Sanguli ya ko mama na you train na ya ne do mama ya de ya la sa ya lo de ya
and votes on May 13. Star 248 star 5 mobile number 059-860-41. The kind of we want to get. Donate to some 99% votes on May 13. Dial star 248 star all networks. Official mobile number is 0598. Building the kind of we want to get. Donate to win 99% votes on May 13. Dial star 2 to donate to all networks. Official mobile number is 05199. Building the kind of we want to. Donate to support John Mahama to win 99% votes on May 13. Star 5 hash to donate to all networks. Official 860-4199.
Amene bia se be susu kata ye ohia be John Dramani Mahama natural bovar. Egma John Dramani Mahama enya amade yike duwonbe le epe won teteme. Yifia be me duwonbe no yike matenwa wo.
John Mama efe ko ha wo loye wa danche. Ne ebomode ha wo. Ene wo loye po wo wole. Manche ni mancha jete John Mama.
Mimi say aboso kan eh baby a o be ka say high MPP for you. But NDC for hapa. Ena ne hihye bia o de ba ya na boa yen e che na do de no. Because say okwa yi niema ne niema bia ya say ya ka bibia opo ni nyansa na da.
Bia ne la abo moto elenche wo na ekopo wo yi. Woli aka ke dollar e wo no fenu etenwe. Shika no bi etenwe polenche e ba ko ni wo yi. Wo yen shika wo na anu wo ba yi.
Time ni wa wo jatun dollar yen 17 plus. Be an ekeba 12. Come on, I to 17. 17 or children. On your channel.
Now, the Neman Koye crowd. Obi Bana, Obi, or Pebino crowd, over price and an awful. Complaining, oh, Nippon Babet on Uncle did complain, I'm sending Kenya. Also, I was one and so and Toshi. Tea, she and Quasso.
Number 2, team number 2.
Time in Mama Baba, no, about to 8,000. They are not almost 300 something million. Ejalawa, 1 year war, Menecumo, Analo, Papaco, Nimashete, 300 million. 1 year war, call I net, 1 boundary, 2,000 price.
In the Entuman Cranyama, Entuman Cranyama with this current value, yeah, dollar will be Entuman Cranyama. It's a game when you be crana, most no control dollar, net now bread over do 4.5. No, sure, fully. How much was it? 14 cities.
Line and a ton 1 cedi 50 pesos, and there do 7 cedis. And in Amaya bre, yen to me just a Juma way, as I said, a good crowd, over here, Juman the Cacra, Benano, with the better light. Better light.
It's for you. Your Excellency, we made him to give this statement. Northern region is more united than ever. Northern region, we are more united than ever. The more we are divided, the more we shall be in opposition. And so we think that we must get united and win power. Even if after winning power, we start fighting ourselves, we know that there is something at stake for us. Your Excellency, the people of Tatali have already given me their signal that they are giving you 100% on the 30. Your Excellency, I have able people at the regional level. You have all the former appointees, former minority leader, former Bank of Ghana, former Minister of Roads, National Vice Chairman Azoka, former Deputy Chief of Staff, former Minister of Foreign Affairs. All the former ministers have put us together, and we have all understood that we need to work together as one, and that is what we are doing. Luckily on our part, we have an elder like Chief Kasulana, who is one of our revered chiefs. We all respect him, and he has put all of us together, myself, my executives, former appointees, and all stakeholders. He has put us together, and we are one. We are one. And once you are one, and you are united, and you remain focused, and you are looking for something, I can tell you, God will give it to you. And so we are winning. Your Excellency, as for this coming, we know that it's a done deal. Everybody knows that when the day comes, you are the one who can represent us in 2024 elections, and then we can win the power. This one is known by everybody, including MPP. When they hear the name John Dramani Mahama, then there's trouble in their camp. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank all of you. The message that we sent, it was delivered on the day of His Excellency's launching of his campaign. Please let us go by it. We promise him nothing less than 100%, and that is what we are going to do. On this note, Your Excellency, I want to thank you so much and thank all those who are here. Tatali yap, neneletumpam, nengania. Kutu delegates, branch executives, bukokwaya danliya dalia, bum vote kiti Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you. Hey, thank you very much. Branch executives, constituency executives, I want to thank you for coming in your numbers. Let me stand on the existing protocol. Please settle down, settle down. Those in front, if you can settle down. Thank you. I want to stand on the existing protocol and thank all our branch and constituency executives for coming in your numbers this morning. As we all know, on May 13th, we are going to complete a very important assignment, and that assignment is to select our parliamentary candidates for the 2024 election and also to select our presidential candidate. As you are aware, before we used to do it separately, but in the wisdom of the party leaders, they decided that we should select our candidates and our presidential candidate on the same day so that we can finish our preparation for the 2024 election. And so May 13th, the way you've gathered here, we're going to call you again on May 13th, and there will be two ballot boxes. One will be for the parliamentary and the other will be for the presidential. You will vote for the parliamentary first, and I understand that we have 3 candidates who are vying for the parliamentary seat. Now what I want to say is, all those 3 people are our brothers, they are our uncles, they are our children. They are all NDC. And so when we vote, that is the end of it. If the law allowed us to send 3 of them to parliament, we would have sent all the 3 of them. But unfortunately, the law allows us to select only one person. So when we select one person, it doesn't mean we don't like the other 2. It's just that God's time is the best. And so that is that person's time. Tomorrow it will be another person's time. And so the support we'll all give to the person that we elect on May 13th and help him to go to parliament is the same support we will also get when our time comes. And so as soon as we finish voting on May 13th, that is the end of it. We all have to come back together again. There is no way, if we are united in Tatali Sanguli constituency, that MPP can ever take this seat from us. So it is like, it's like chieftaincy. If it is the turn of your gate and there's a chieftaincy title, everybody can contest. But once you elect one person from your family, all of you have to come together and support that person. So as soon as we finish voting and we elect one person, we'll all support that person. And I'm talking especially to the supporters. The supporters, some people are supporting, what are the names? At some point, he was holding the list. Where's the MC? And then who? Some people are supporting Achampong, some people are supporting Kujo, and some people are supporting Williams Ntebe. They are the three of them. Okay. All right. Please. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. All right. Which one is Achampong Simon? Achampong Simon. Achampong Simon. Then Albert Kujo. And then Ntebe Ayo William. Okay. The point I am making is that some of you support William, some of you support Kujo, and some support Achampong. Now, when we finish and we elect one of them, all of us have to come together again. But normally what happens is there's no problem among they themselves. It is the supporters. Those who supported the winning candidate, when they have elected the candidate, when the others want to come back and come and work with him so that he will win, those who support him will say, hey, you went and followed this one. You too, you followed this one. You are not part of us. And I'm telling you that we are all part of the victory. And so as soon as we finish, all the supporters, whether your candidate won or your candidate lost, we all must come together and work for that person to be able to go. So I wish all of you the best of luck, and I'll be watching the Tatali Sanguli parliamentary primaries to see what happens here. But as soon as we finish, three of you must shake hands and urge your supporters to all come together and support whoever won. So best of luck to all of you, and thank you. Now the next one, the next box is the presidential box, and that's the one that I also have an interest in. When the party opened nominations and we filed, there were 4 of us who filed and paid our money to stand. After we had finished filing, one of our younger brothers, he lives in the UK, he had come to file to also run. So he came to me and said that he had thought about it again, so he's decided to withdraw and throw his support behind me. So now there are just 3 of us, and so I believe you when you say 100%, because in 2019 when I came, you promised me 90-something%, and truly when we voted, I got what you promised. So I know. So I know when you promise, you mean it. But the reason why sometimes we don't get 100% is that a lot of the ballots get spoiled. We don't vote the correct way. And so I just plead that all the parliamentary aspirants and the executive we built this very beautiful assembly hall, but unfortunately government has left it to deteriorate. And so the constituency executives and the aspirants, it is my hope that you spend this last week before 13th May to teach especially our elderly people how to vote, so that we don't spoil the ballots. If we don't spoil the ballots and everybody votes properly, I'm sure that we can make the 100%. And so this is what the ballot paper would look like. The ballot paper would look almost exactly like this. And so you have to put your thumbprint in the middle of the box. In the middle of the box. Don't let it come close to this line. Because if it comes close to the line and it crosses the line, if it crosses the line, it will be a spoiled ballot. Because they don't know whether you wanted to vote for number 1 or number 2. So put it right in the middle. Then after you thumbprint the ballot paper, don't touch it. After you put your thumbprint in the middle, don't touch the ballot paper. Take a tissue or a cloth or a handkerchief and clean your thumb very well, and make sure the ink is dry before you touch the ballot paper again. Because if you don't do that, after you have thumbprinted, if you touch the ballot paper again to fold it, your thumb will touch another place, and then it will create 2 thumbprints. And once they see 2 thumbprints, then your ballot is spoiled, because they don't know who exactly you wanted to vote for. So please, let's train our people how to vote, and if we're able to do that, we'll be able to make the 100%. Apart from that, in 2019, the last time we voted for the primaries, my brother, Professor Alabi, was one of the 6 other people who ran along with me. And I noticed that he did quite well. And so when we investigated, some of the votes that disappeared were votes that were given to Professor Alabi. So he says I should tell you, all of you who voted for him in 2019, that I should bring those votes back and add it so that we can get the 100%. When I was coming, I called our regional chairman, and he said, oh, but President Mahama, why do you bother? Northern region, we voted already. We've made up our minds already. He said, you don't need to come. But I said, look, it's been a long time since I saw our branch executives. And if for nothing at all, it will help for us to excite the base of our party. And aside from that, you remember we held branch elections. So there are some new executives who have also been elected. And many of them have never seen me before. So I said, I'll come today, come and reintroduce myself to you, let you see me, Gafili Gadochi, and know that and just remind you that the person standing here is the one who is called JM. Every day you hear JM. I've said that the 2024 election is going to be different. The election is going to be run by you, the branch executive. You are going to lead, and then the rest of us will follow you, because in every branch we have a ballot box. And so that area where your ballot box is, where you are the branch executive, there are 9 of you. We want you to do door to door within your branch you go from door to door and persuade people to come out and vote for NDC. And so we're going to make sure that the logistics that you need to do that campaign, we shall bring them to you. Thank you. Ozante Koglemakana has brought your stone. And so there are things that you need to be able to do that campaign, we're going to bring to you. And I've said that this time we're going to bring it directly to you. Because all the time we get complaints that branch executives don't get the logistics when we send them. And so it's very simple. We know that we have 275 constituencies, and we know how many branches we have in every constituency. And so in Accra, once we get the logistics, the t-shirts, the bicycles, the posters, even if it's money, if it's motorcycles, whatever it is that we put together, we're going to bring it directly here to Tatali. It's not going to go to Tamale before it comes to Tatali. From Accra, it will come straight to Tatali. And when it comes, we're going to call you, and you bring 3 people from each branch: the chairman, the secretary, the women's organizer. And when you come, we'll present the things to you. You're going to count it. How many t-shirts are there? How many posters are there? How many caps? How many scarves? How much money, if there's money, how much money was sent? How many motorcycles? How many bicycles? And then once we are finished doing that, we will share the things equally. And then every branch will take theirs back home, call the rest of your 9 members, and then you share it so that you can do the campaign effectively. We're going to print leaflets that carries the message of the NDC. And so we'll send you the leaflets. Every branch, you will get those leaflets. So whenever you go door to door, after you have spoken to the people, you will have a leaflet or a paper that you can leave with them, showing the achievements of the NDC, what NDC intends to do when it comes back into office. And this time we're going to reward you for the work you do. I've said that this election is different. We're going to look at the votes you all got in 2020. Every branch will look at the votes you got. And we're going to give you a target that you must reach for every branch. Now, if we vote in 2024 and you've done your campaign well, and you exceed that target that we gave you, we have a handsome reward for all the 9-member executive in that branch. The ward coordinators too will be rewarded handsomely. All the ward coordinators who, after counting, are able to go around, collect all the pink sheets in your ward and submit them at the right time to where we are doing the collation, the ward coordinators too will receive a reward. I've also announced the policy that we no longer want the situation where in most of the constituencies our party offices are in rented premises. We want to own our own offices. So for the constituencies that have already built their own offices, we're going to give you money so that you can renovate the office nicely. And for those that don't have offices, we'll give you cement, iron rods, roofing sheets, and everything you need to build your own office. Because after so many decades of being a political party, it is not right that we should still have constituencies that are in rented premises. If you take all the money that we pay as rent all over the country, we can do something better with that money. And so that's what we're going to do. And then aside from that, I've said that, look, many of us have been cadres. The chief cadre is here, Alaji Huduaya, and in their time, the ideology they pumped into our head was that as cadres and foot soldiers, we were sacrificing ourselves for the rest of Ghanaians. And so we had to sacrifice to make Ghana better for everybody else. But times change. And so today, our party grassroots, our branch executives, you have husbands, you have wives, you have children, you have responsibilities. So the point I'm making is, we're not going to ask you to sacrifice or stand aside and let's serve the rest of Ghanaians before we come to you. I remember when I was an MP, when the small loans came to be distributed to women, we asked our women's organizers to wait and that let's give the other women first. And then when the money comes again, then we'll consider our women's organizers. And when the money came, we distributed to the other women. The second one we said we're going to give to our women's organizers, it never came. So they didn't get. So I said, look, when NDC comes into office, whatever is good for Ghanaians, if we are distributing, we're not going to ask you to wait. You will get your fair share as we do the distribution. If we are selecting people to do school feeding, catering, our women's organizers do know how to cook. We will draft them also to come and do some of the cooking so that they also can earn an income for themselves. If we are recruiting young people to go into the army, police, fire service, immigration, prisons, our young people also deserve to be able to be recruited into these agencies. And so you will get your fair share. We'll come and draft some of you to go and work so that you also have employment. And so I am certain that NDC is winning the next election. And a young man just brought me a stone. Everywhere I go, they give me stones. If I was collecting all the stones I've been giving on this campaign tour, I'll be able to build a house with it. And we all know in our tradition that when somebody gives you a stone, it means that you gave him some advice and he didn't take it, and it has turned out that your advice was a good one. So Ghanaians are asking you, NDC, to come for your stone. Sometimes it's a torchlight. In the daytime, they come and shine it into my face as if they are searching for something. And everybody knows that they are looking for NDC to come back and rescue this country. And so, also we all must work hard in order that we can rescue Ghanaians from the hardship they are going through. Let me change the meter band a bit. Mabiamba Nampoiza, you won't the Dangbadney. So come home the Dangbadney. Hausa, Akuna Jin Hausa. I should speak Basari. So, Anyango, Chedazan Ghana, and Nambununi. Saman Nolly, but some Benshakam Saya, Pompo, Saman Nolly, and Bieni. Mana kutoda. Mensha kam kutoda. Ezu Aboba 6 years mbongo boka yenang Ghana. Oh, tenang free SHS magba the Sanya. Andi legre abi entabi no chance school. What's a chance school? Bokwe debata bokwe anai ko labna wala na traffic lights manyala green bambongonyala yellow dozo green ma de nyoya na takana yinga ka bambongo bongo NDC Dabe power to be able to use kukabuza chang but a kware kabuza kana yinga but that channel school gola yi alo gola ta poika kana pumpongo bokwa ata bokwa nai bokwa nu kabakana but chance school but benya bendir gundira. The food in the schools are bad. And the children will testify to it. Now they give them tea in the morning, no milk. And so, no bread, nothing. So their parents have to give them money to buy bread. So when you are going to dining hall, you have to carry your own bread. And then go and drink the tea. So the children who don't have money, because their parents didn't give them money, they drink only the tea. And they go and sit in class. Now if a child drinks only tea sakura, and goes and sits in class, what can the child learn? Duba National Health Insurance. National Health Insurance, Yezunka dochi card na Nkate Hospital. Bakasamu komi parama para Bakasamu. Meka National Health Insurance. And now we put a National Health Insurance card. Now what they call hospital. Wunya she paracetamol po wunya. And I say Amagana yachemu mienu. Omo yusu health insurance card. And omo omu triesika. Into call hospital, you baby say ube triesika na say health insurance. Oka say oh ube triesika yo braha. Health insurance was what ha. Ombeshe omo mtu ya sikano first and sa normal befre health insurance. Yesika sem nyina asay. Afeka na yedeka yesi yentimi ntua. Enti ebukotodwe ene nante epacho. We are begging all other countries to forgive us our debts. And so what happened to all the big promises? Yes, so when you be a wasia and bono chrono. If he said first near our district assemblies common fund, eba